Ayan, good morning and good day. The purpose of this teleconferencing or this video lecture rather is to discuss our week two lesson. So, without much ado, let me start discussing the week two lesson. So, yung week two lesson naman natin is very easy. It's all about the seven no trace principle, which is your activity last time sa loob ng classroom ninyo. And for me, if you just only, by merely reading the title of each principle, you can easily understand what is all about the principle. And to describe then the seven principle, it is very self-explanatory. It tells na it is, these are the principles that we need to do during an outdoor activity in order to lessen the carbon footprint na pwede nating idala or iwan rather sa wild. Okay, so we need to be mindful always on our actions, on our decisions whenever we engage in outdoor activities, particularly if we practice this kind of mindset na yung sinabi ko last time, that if we consider ourselves na bisita tayo sa lugar na pinuntahan natin to engage, example, for a hiking, trekking, or camping, then carbon footprint is, or yung may iwan nating mga basura, or let's say masisira natin, is really mami-minimize natin. Kasi ideally, hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na zero carbon footprint, eh, but at least maiiwasan natin yung mga ganitong bagay in order to preserve nature. Yung nga pala, I'm sorry, nandito ko sa labas kasi wala din available na spot dito sa school, and as you notice, medyo maingay yung surrounding, so just forgive it na lang, understand na lang kasi ito na yung pinaka pinaka okay na place na pwede kong pag-stand kasi lock na yung loob ng classrooms eh. So again nga, so week 2 lesson, so let's start discussing it. So just a recap, wag na to, just to remind lang naman as what we did last for the previous week. So the leave or the 7 leave no trace principle. Okay, so these are the objective. Okay, explain the concept and importance of the 7 leave no trace principles in outdoor recreation, analyze the impact of human activities on the environment and how the principles minimize those effects, demonstrate a sense of responsibility and commitment to practicing the leave no trace principle during outdoor activities, value the importance of preserving natural environments by promoting adherence to these principles, okay, among peers and family. And last, to create an infographic, which you've done naman na. Okay, so there are two essential guide questions. Why it is important to follow this principle as we explore natural resources, and how does planning ahead and preparing help minimize environmental impact. So last week we discussed din yung planning outdoor activities, and it is also important na, in that lesson we discussed to pack only things that we really need during our trip. In that way, in planning pa lang, we're already considering kung ilang mga basura ba ang dadalhin natin sa kagubatan. I mean, ilang possible na maging basura yung pwede natin or yung maidadala natin sa wild. So planning pa lang is very important considering the seven principle. So week 2 lesson is all about the 7 no trails principles. Okay, the leave no trail 7 principle. So there are 7 obviously, and to discuss the framework or the definition of the leave no trail 7 principles, that these principles of leave no trails provide an easy framework of minimum impact practices for everyone visiting the outdoors. So very simple principle. Okay, there is no such it's not difficult to understand this principle. Kumbaga, lalo na kapag pina-practice mo siya, magiging innate sa atin whenever we visit a natural park, forest, wild beaches. Okay? Kasi for us human, yung mga ginagawa natin whenever we visit these places, parang yung simpleng wrapper ng candy, wrapper nung junk food na kinain natin, plastic bottles, iniwan lang natin dyan sa tabi. Parang it seems like it is not really important. It is not a big thing, kumbaga. But those small particles or those small litters, like for example, yung wrapper ng candy, um, malaking impact yun sa mga originally na nakatira doon sa place na yon. And always remember that all carbon footprint that yung tinatapon sa kalikasan, always yan napupunta sa karagatan. Okay? Um, especially those living creatures sa dagat, okay? They are very crucial. I mean, lahat naman importante. Pero kaya nga, let's be mindful on our actions so that sabi nga nila ng isang beauty queen, this micro effect na practice natin, like for example, yung picking ng konting basura, ilagay mo sa bag mo, these micro actions can tends to have a macro effect to our environment. Always remember there is only one planet and this is the only planet that we can live in. So let's take care of it kasi wala namang ibang gagawa kundi tayo. Okay? So mabilis lang tandaan itong mga principle na to. So let's proceed sa first principle, which is plan ahead and prepare, or plan ahead and prepare. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? From the word plan ahead and prepare, get to know the area you're visiting. Do some background research on the place, people, ways to transport, and local weather. So, it is very important na dapat mag-conduct ka ng research limit, in order to limit siguro disgrasya, at the same time yun nga, yung mga bagay na kukunin mo dadalhin mo sa wild, okay? It is very important na to identify na wag ako magdala ng sobra-sobra para hindi rin magkalat ng sobra-sobra sa wild, okay? So bago ka pumunta sa outdoor adventure, okay? Siguraduhin na may sapat na kaalaman sa lugar, panahon or weather at mga kakailanganing gamit. Mag-research ng weather forecast, restrictions, at rules and regulations sa pupuntahan. Okay? To avoid accidents or injuries. Okay? So, it's not enough kasi na ang mindset lang natin is to mag-enjoy. We also need to consider our safety, our comfort during our trip. Okay? And likewise, yun nga, yung pagdadala mo ng mga gamit sa kagubatan, we need to consider that. Okay? Okay? So example, kung pupunta ka sa bundok, alamin kung may permit na kailangan. Kasi may mga mountain or mountaineering activities or mga mountains na kailangan natin ng permit before natin maakyat, okay? Anong trails ang gagamitin at kung anong oras dapat magsimula para maiwasan ang panganib. Okay, magdala ng sapat lang na pagkain at tubig upang maiwasan ang labis-labis na basura. Katulad ng sinabi ko, do not put or do not bring excessive clothes, excessive food. First reason, para hindi ka mahirapan sa pag-akyat. Second, para maiwasan natin yung unnecessary garbage na pwede nating iwan doon sa kagubatan. Okay? So, um, That is for principle number one. Prepare well for your trip. Pack first aid kit, appropriate clothing, and just the right amount of food. Familiarize yourself with the proper technical know-how needed for whatever adventure you're about to embark. Kaya nga, planning is very important. Kasi we set goals here and we identify risk factor that may occur during our trip. Okay, it's not enough that our mindset is to enjoy, also prioritize our safety. Okay, number two principle, we have travel and camp on durable ground only. What do you mean by that? Do not walk and travel on places that have not been made for human transit. Trampling on vegetation may not seem like a big deal, but it can greatly alter an area. Even if it means taking the longer route to get to your destination, do so to minimize damage. Walk on sturdy ground which doesn't erode and crumble when stepped on. When setting a camp, look for a relatively barren ground to avoid damaging vegetation. So what we mean by that, um, as much as possible, do not alter or do not alter the look of that natural area. Instead of mas malapit sana 'to kasi, shortcut siya sa pupuntahan mo, pero if it is not created for human transit, sabi nga nila, sabi din sa principle number two, do not even try to walk on that vegetation. Kasi nga ang sabi ko last time, if there are vegetations there, means there also life living in that area. Okay? So, okay. Ano 'to, number two, gumamit ng matibay na campsite or trail, okay? Sundin ang mga established na daanan at campsite para hindi masira ang natural na ecosystem ng lugar. Iwasan lumihis sa trail para hindi maapakan ang mga halaman at maiwasan ang soil erosion. Okay? Kahit mas malayo pa yan, kung yan yung daanan for you as human because that is already established, then doon ka dumaan. Okay? Do not create a new trail, especially if there are vegetation there. Katulad ng sinabi ko, may nabubuhay doon. Example, kapag nag-hiking ka, okay, manatili sa markadong trails imbes na gumawa ng shortcut kasi maaaring masira ang halaman at ang natural na daanan ng mga wildlife. Yung campsite, mag-set up ng tent sa lugar na hindi madaling masira tulad ng gravel at established campground. Okay, yung mindset natin, siguro better na magtayo ng camp sa may mga damo-damo kasi that damo will serve as a artificial cushion. Pero hindi siya advisable kasi nga vegetation dun. So pag sinabi nating barren class, it's either lupa o may mga bato-bato, sir may matigas kasi yon. So anong kailangan natin na ilagay doon in order to maging kahit sana maging komportable yung pagtulog mo, pwede tayong kumuha ng mga dried leaves. At before natin i-set up yung tent, ilagay natin yung dried leaves doon. Okay? To serve as artificial cushion. Okay? Number three, or third principle, dispose of waste properly. So very self-explanatory. Pack in, pack it out. Or pack it in, pack it out. Okay, what you bring to a place, make sure to bring all it back home with you. Do not leave any garbage while outdoors, like wet wipes, leftover food, tin cans, plastic, containers, and etc. Garbage does not belong in the forest, beaches, or summit. Garbage should be disposed properly. None of us want to go through a commute to visit a place festering with trash. So not your trash you see on the ground, it doesn't mean it's not your responsibility. Okay, doesn't matter. Pick it up, it will go a long way. Okay? So, very simple principle. Pack it in, pack it out. Kung anong dinala mo, kailangan mong iuwi. Okay? Pero kapag may mga irresponsibleng mga tourist, kung nakita mong may basura, pick it up. Okay? So itapon ng maayos ang basura. Pack it in, pack it out. Lahat ng dinala ay dapat iuwi. Okay? Gumamit ng tamang paraan ng pagtatapon, lalo na sa human waste. It seems na biodegradable naman yung human waste. So kahit saan ako dumumi dyan, it's very wrong mindset. Okay? So gamit ang cut hole or kailangan mong maghukay o method, okay, para sa artificial na toilet. Okay? Kasi sa kagubatan naman class, there is no CR there. Okay? Boy Scout, Girl Scout ka dapat. Pero kapag dumumi ka nga, you need to dig a hole at dun ka dapat dumumi. Okay? And ano pa yung example natin dito? Um, Yun, proper waste disposal. Ano yung example natin last time? Um, do we need to identify proper place to throw in the forest? Ang sagot niyo noon, yes. Pero ang sagot ko, there is no such thing na basurahan sa kagubatan kasi nga garbage are not belong to the forest. Walang ang mga wild animals class, they don't know the biohazardous waste na tinatawag. So kapag nagdala tayo ng basura natin sa kagubatan, bio or non-bio, we need to bring it home. Okay? Another example, kung kumain ka ng pack lunch sa trail, siguraduhin ibalik sa bag yung wrappers, yung basyo ng bote or plastic bottles, at iba pang basura sa bag mo. Okay, kung walang restroom, let's say it is a trekking, okay, maghukay ng maliit na butas na it measures 6 to 8 inches deep para para sa human waste. At tabunan ito pagkatapos. Okay? So that is the dispose of waste properly. Pack it in, pack it out. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4 principle, leave what you find. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? Imagine a visitor, ito yung example ko sa inyo noon, coming to your house and taking a nice piece of furniture before leaving. Seems okay ba? Siyempre automatic magrereklamo ka kasi bisita lang siya, kumuha pa siya ng gamit. So, like as human, okay, if we visit the beach, the forest, and we see beautiful stone, rock, shells, flower, plants, it's not okay to bring those things at home. Kasi nga, hindi naman sa'yo yun. Okay? Let other tourists enjoy the view or enjoy those things as they visit, hindi lang pwedeng ikaw, okay? So consider them as seemingly safe as taking home a bit of sand or prop or pretty shell or flower. Resist the temptation and leave it there for others to appreciate also. Refrain from um, defacing or vandalizing anything outdoors as it's disrespectful to the environment, to the locals, and to the other visitors. Okay, iwanan kung ano ang nandoon. Huwag kumuha ng bato, halaman, o anumang likas na bagay mula sa lugar. Hayaang manatili ang natural na tanawin para ma-enjoy din ng susunod na henerasyon. Okay, example, sa isang beach trip, huwag kumuha ng corals or shells bilang souvenir. Sa hiking, huwag kumuha ng mga halaman, huwag umukit sa puno o bato dahil nasisira ito at nagiiwan ng permanenteng marka. Okay, katulad doon nangyari sa Kalaw Cave. Okay, we didn't protect the Kalaw Cave from vandalizing. Okay, Kalaw Cave, mas maganda pa sana yan kapag na-preserve natin, kung na-preserve natin yung natural look niya. Okay. Number 5 principle or fifth principle, minimizing campfire impact. So, in light of brush and forest fire, Refrain from even creating a campfire as it is hazard to the environment you're in. Aside from this, the aftermath of campfire is unsightly as ash. Burned logs and rocks covered in soot would be left behind. If absolutely necessary, only ever set up a campfire on existing fire pit to reduce damage to an area, keeping it as clean as possible. Kasi kadalasan ang napapanood natin sa mga movies, may mga campfire silang ginagawa. But always remember, if we can minimize or if we cannot build or create a campfire, do not create a campfire. Kaya nga tayo nagdala ng butane, ng burner to avoid campfire. Pero kung kakailanganin talaga ng campfire, identify areas in the wild that there is already a campfire pit. Yung place talaga for campfire in order to avoid distraction. Kasi wild yun klase, forest yun. A lot of dried leaves, logs, um, puno na namatay na, those are very sensitive sa fire. So magkaroon pa tayo ng wildfire. So bawasan ang epekto ng apoy. Kung kailangan ng bonfire, gumamit ng existing fire rings at maliit na apoy lang. Mas mainam kung gumamit ng portable stove. Kaya kesa sa magtayo ng bagong fire pit, siguraduhing patayin ng maayos ang apoy bago umalis. Sa camping, gumamit ng gas. Yun nga, gumamit ng gas stoves para maiwasan. And yun nga, pag hindi kayang iwasan, konting apoy lang, maliit lang na apoy, then after nun, kailangan mo rin buhusan ng tubig. Hindi lang basta tubig, kailangan mo rin buhusan ng sand or even lupa in order to make sure na walang naiwang bagang pang iba yun na. Okay? O naiwang anong term na yun? Yung wala siyang apoy pero meron siyang, sa Ilocano, biggang. Okay? Kasi konting hangin lang yan, may pumuntang dried leaves, pwede yung lumiyab. Okay? So, minimize campfire as much as possible. Okay? Sixth principle, second to the last. Okay, respect wildlife. Okay, refrain from playing, taunting, feeding, or abusing local wildlife. You are merely a visitor in their area. With pollution, rise in temperatures, and fast and roaching development all over, our wild have enough problem to deal with. We visitors should help them survive rather than add to their problems. Okay? Ang number one kasi na apektuhan whenever we visit the wild or the wildlife. Not only the animals but also the plants. Okay? Kaya nga sabi ko, it is sad but it is true. If there are humans, there are distractions. Okay? Igalang ang wildfire. Huwag pakainin o guluhin ang mga hayop sa paligid. Obserbahan sila mula sa malayo at itago ng maayos ang pagkain para hindi sila maakit sa campsite. Okay? Kapag nasa bundok, example, kapag nasa bundok, huwag bigyan ng pagkain ng mga unggoy o ibon dahil maaring umasa sila sa tao. Mawawalan ng kakayahang humanap ng natural na pagkain. Siguraduhin nakasil ang pagkain sa backpack para hindi ito maamoy ng mga hayop. There are places or tourist spot not only in the Philippines that tourists they're allowed to feed animals. Okay, wild animals. Although, hindi naman kasi sa wild sila nakatira. Like, for example, in India, okay, in the city, there are monkeys. And these monkeys on, on they already rely kung sa mga binibigay na pagkain sa kanila. They don't hunt na. Kaya nga sila tinawag na wild animals because the natural instinct of survival for them must be there. Okay? Ang wild animals, the proper way on how to survive or to search for food is to hunt. Yun lang. So, hindi natin responsibilidad na pakainin sila kahit gaano pa yung animals because they will be or they will develop a mindset na kapag may bisita na required silang pakainin which is not. Okay, refrain from feeding them Do not even play with them. Do not even taunt them or gawin silang katatawanan, okay? These are wild animals and sometimes, not even sometimes, wild animals are very territorial. So in order to avoid any accidents during your trip, okay? So let's observe them from afar because observing them is very entertaining already. Very satisfactory. I mean, masasatisfy ka na pag nakakita ka ng wild animals. Okay? So, yun nga, sabi dito, we visitors should help them survive rather than add to their problems. We're only visiting them. Pag nakita nga sila ng tao, ang taas na kaagad ng anxiety nila. Okay? Takot na sila. And because of deforestation and other urbanization, ay, ang laki-laki ng problema ng mga wild animals. Okay? And last but not the least principle, be considerate of other visitors. Respect other visitors and most importantly, respect the locals who live in the area that is their home. Take care, take good care of it. Okay. So sa last, a principle, maging magalang sa iba. Okay? Do not be self-entitled na kaming nauna, so kami may karapatan sa place. Pare-parehas po tayong bisita, so let's respect one another whenever we visit in natural resources. Iwasan mag-ingay at irespeto sa ibang hikers o camper. Okay, magbigay daan sa mga mas mabilis maglakad at manatiling maaliwalas ang kapaligiran para sa lahat. Example, sa hiking, magbigay daan. Kapag alam mong mas mahina ka, okay, paunahin natin yung mas able. Okay? Dahil mas mahirap ang kanilang pag-akyat kapag ang pacing is mabagal din. Sa campsite, huwag magpatugtog ng malakas na music sa gabi upang hindi maabala ang ibang campers, lalo-lalo na maabala yung wild animals. They are not used to loud noises. Okay? So, we respect other visitors by maintaining our noise, okay, our garbage to be um I mean to maintain the cleanliness of the area. Okay, wag tayong kumuha ng mga gamit-gamit for them also to appreciate the place. Okay, so um, let's respect one another because then again, all of us is considered visitor on that place. Okay, so those are the seven principles. Okay, the seven no trails principle. Okay, so if we try to review the seven principle, the first principle, we have the plan ahead of time or okay, yung planuhin ng maayos yung trip. Number two, gumamit ng matibay na campsite or trail. Camp only on durable grounds. Okay? Number three principle, itapon ng maayos yung basura for proper waste disposal. Number four, iwanan ang kung anong nandoon. Leave what you find there. Okay? Do not alter, do not get anything. Bawasan ang epekto. Number five, bawasan ang epekto ng apoy or okay, limit. Okay, campfire. Number six, igalang ang wildlife or what we call respect wildlife. And number seven, maging galang sa iba or it is also our responsibility to be respectful to other visitors. Okay, so that is all about the seven no trails principle. Again, these principles are for is created for us to understand and not only to understand but to apply this principle whenever we visit a natural campground to minimize our carbon footprint. Let's not um, be a living testimony that if there are human, there are distraction. I know we want to enjoy, and nature is very beautiful venue for us to do outdoor recreational activity. But then again, our mindset should be it's not all about happiness. It's not all about unwinding, having our leisure time sa nature, and that's it. Okay, it is our responsibility and accountability to preserve the natural resources for the next generation to enjoy also. Okay, so always have the mindset of bisita ako. I'm only just a visitor, so I need to act properly. So thank you so much for watching this video lecture. Please use this reference or sources of yours to review or to add complementary information in order for you to get a high score sa quiz natin next week and sa exam for the upcoming exam. So thank you so much for listening and goodbye.